moving along, we've had this discussion. It's just been rolling, but now we have a confirmation. Aaron Rodgers has agreed to a 1-year contract that includes $22 million guaranteed to return to the Steelers. He also nonchalantly revealed that he will retire after this season. So, Mase, do you think this was all around a good decision for Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers?
I think Aaron Rodgers, whatever they need to get all of his decisions in advance. I'm tired of Aaron Rodgers holding up the team, right? He's a wonderful player, but I just think it's too much for what it produces. Like I think it was a great businessman out of New York that said when the cat get bigger than the poop, you gotta get rid of the cat.
What? I've never heard that. Not to cut you off, I've never heard that ever. What?
When the cat gets bigger than the poop, the poop gets bigger than the cat, you gotta get rid of the cat. Cam, you never heard of that before?
I heard of that, yeah.
What?
See, the reason why Mase saying it because he doesn't curse. He says when the shit get bigger than the cat, you got to get rid of the cat. That's the slogan. That's how it goes. Yeah, I heard that. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like what we're dealing with Aaron Rodgers is bigger than the moments he produces. So that's what we're basically saying for the audience listening. When your demands become bigger than the moments you produce, we got to get rid of some of these demands or get rid of the person because there's too many demands. And I think for what he does there, it shouldn't take all of this, you know.
That nigga's a drama queen, bro. That's the best way to put it, my nigga. This nigga, he makes everything dramatic, and I don't know if it's his fault or not his fault or whatever it is, but everything's so dramatic when it comes to this nigga. Is he coming back or not coming back? This, that, and the third. How much money he's going to get? Whatever, man. This is your team stat. Y'all been going through quarterback problems since Roethlisberger left. Roethlisberger stayed probably 2-3 years longer than he should have stayed. And what happens is, because the Rooneys let him stay longer, y'all been in a quarterback drought for a long time. Fucking all type of niggas, Mason Rudolph. What these niggas now? I don't even be remembering niggas. Niggas that hit your helmet, that quarterback over the head with a helmet. Look, it's been a mess in Pittsburgh at the quarterback position. Is Aaron Rodgers giving them the best chance to win this year? I don't know. I don't fucking know who else y'all got at quarterback. But maybe y'all should start developing. Another problem is this, because Mike Tomlin record being a winning record, y'all don't really get a good draft pick to get a good young quarterback to bring up. By the time y'all draft pick comes, the best 2-3 quarterbacks are already gone by that time. So there's been a reoccurring problem with the Steelers. Lastly, I'll say with this particular topic, him and Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl 100 years ago with the Green Bay Packers. It didn't end good. I think Aaron Rodgers actually got Mike McCarthy fired from the Green Bay Packers. Now they kumbaya. You never forget when a nigga gets you fired. You know what I'm saying? Now, do they gonna get on the same accord to try and do the best that they can do? Absolutely. But you gotta remember the division you in. We don't know what's gonna happen with Cleveland. The quarterback dispute going over there. They saying that Deshaun Watson looked like he number one. My nigga Joe Burrow talking about they got everything they need right now as far as Cincinnati's concerned. We know what, in the regular season at least, we know what Baltimore brings to the table. I'm not invested in Aaron Rodgers. I'm really sick of the drama, to be totally honest with you. And he's always talked about a lot, and I think that he's one of the best. I had him at one of the best quarterbacks ever 4 or 5 years ago. But with all this nonsense, Mase said it before, sometimes shit that happens off the field or off the court fuck with your legacy because you start remembering them for other shit. You don't remember all the good things that they did, and you start remembering all the bullshit that happens, and that's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. Y'all go stat. What you think? It's your team. I don't really give a fuck. Aaron Rodgers is just too much to talk about every season.
At least you're honest and shoot. Regardless, the Steelers are going to be talked about every year. I think I mean, every time I do this and I give my prediction and I say what I think, and then the season comes around and it's just either like pure frustration and y'all be quoting what I said here. So let me be clear on how I say this. I think that this is like probably the best situation right now that we would have, because I mean, in our quarterback room, we have Will Howard, and they're still trying to develop him more, but they're also not really giving him much reps to be able to do so. I also think just the whole, Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy experiment, like we're gonna win games because we knew that they've won prior, but still, for me personally, I'm also cool with starting fresh. Like the whole let's just reminisce on what we had in the past and try to bring it to like a new system. I just don't think that necessarily always works, but I'm trying to be open-minded and think like, okay, like, our defense is still good. We still have a little bit more pieces on our offense. Like we picked up another wide receiver from the Colts and Michael Pittman Jr. So I would say I'm optimistic. I don't think it's going to be a bad situation. Of course, I miss, what we had with Mike Tomlin, but you also have to know when it's time to move on and make those changes, just because we kind of keep hitting a wall. So like I said, I'm optimistic as far as Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he is a drama queen, and honestly, he's allowed to be that way. That's never going to change. I mean, he gets what he wants. I mean, he's still a great quarterback. Is he, getting older? Yes, but as long as he can continue to play and have the energy and be able to complete passes and throws and keep it up, I think that this is just good. I would say like maintaining. This is kind of that period that we're in. It's just like maintaining, keep winning games until we figure out what those pieces are. Now, I wish we could figure out those pieces now, but that's not how it works. So that's just kind of my opinion on it. But shout out to the Steelers. We back. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's just
You'll
that.
be in the portal by December.
I've never been in the portal, and that won't change, because, I mean, I don't know what the Bengals got going on. I don't know what the Ravens got going on, and I don't know what the Browns got going on. So at this point, I'm riding with my team till the wheels fall off, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, retirement, it is about time. So I also think that if Aaron Rodgers didn't think that we had a real shot, he wouldn't have returned. I feel like you would have just there's a quote you said the other day, like you leave when you're up or whatever. Yeah.
So they can miss you. If he's not, it's time for Drake to just give Aaron Rodgers the glitter glove, because this is it. This got to be the last year for him.
Well, it is his last year. That's what I'm like. He's retiring. So
for sure.
Yeah, he's very nonchalantly, but he was asked by Mark Cavoli at a press conference, and he literally said, like, this is it. Bittersweet though, because it's like, dang, all the people that we used to love, watching play, like they're basketball and football. They're getting to that.
They got $35 million next year for Aaron Rodgers. He's coming to get it.
You said it's the money. Honestly, I ain't mad. If I could still play, I would do it too. But hopefully,
I really believe my opinion is Aaron Rodgers. And I don't know this for a fact. My real opinion is that he's shopping himself around for other teams that could be better contenders, and niggas is like, nah, we good.
So we're just the sidekick.
Yeah. So the Steelers is like that girlfriend you go back to when everybody else get married.
You got to think about this, right? You got to think about this. And anything, like it's the NFL, anything happen week to week. But if this is your last year, and I don't believe, I have to see it to prove it. He always alludes to retirement, so I have to see it for him to happen. But if you're winding down your career, you don't go back to a team that's probably not going to win it. You're trying to find somebody to be like, damn, they just need a quarterback and they could be all right. Yo, the Colts, what y'all niggas good? Yeah, we good on you, man. We all right.
Yeah, we're rolling the dice with Danny.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm pretty sure he shopped himself around to go somewhere where he could probably win. You don't just come back and be like, I know we gonna win. Fuck that. Give me $22 million. Cool. Not saying 22 million it ain't good, but at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers, I think he fucking made mad money. He isn't in it for the money, and you know you're not going to win. So what's the reason? You still like to play football, nigga. We know that. Now, if he could be somewhere that was a contender, he would rather be there. You don't want to be there. You just still want to play football. Sorry.
I'm just going to tell myself we're a first option. Because I
you
think
want a lot of
the organization
yourself,
is great. Yeah, I don't want to make sense, Cam. I don't want to make sense. I don't. Okay? Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. Shout out to the Steelers. We going all the way next year. I don't care what anybody has to say. I'll argue about it all day. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear Nick. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear Mase. I don't want to hear Arabia. I don't want to hear Tristan. I don't want to hear Maurice. I don't want to hear
She
Mike.
doesn't
I don't
want to
hear
make
nobody.
sense.
And that's all, you know. But in the comments down below, let us know what y'all think about Aaron Rodgers announcing his retirement. You think it's true or think he's bluffing? Let us know.